Hi you guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. Copenhagen edition, a few days in Copenhagen. If you're new to my page, hi, welcome. My name's Mary, I'm 27, I'm an American, but I live in Edinburgh. I came to Copenhagen 5 days ago for Copenhagen Fashion Week, which just ended yesterday, and now I have a few days to enjoy the city. Also, if you're not new, welcome back. I didn't vlog my Fashion Week stuff because, to be honest, I thought you wouldn't be interested in it. I thought there's not really anything exciting about just watching me wear different outfits and go to different shows and events. There wasn't a lot of Copenhagen content in there either. I'm not kidding when I say 90% of my meals since getting here have been from the 7-Eleven next to this flat that I'm renting for the week. 7-Eleven and Joe and the Juice have really been like fueling me because it's just been so busy. There's been so much going on and I've loved it. I'll put a few clips on the screen as I'm chatting you through it just so you can see. This was my first Copenhagen Fashion Week. I've gone to New York a few times, so I wasn't really sure what to expect out of this Fashion Week, but I think it's my favorite one. It feels so friendly. The fashion is so creative. The shows are so unique. I've met amazing people. I actually know like 6 people from Edinburgh who are here. My manager was here this week because she's a journalist as well as a manager. I truly enjoyed getting to see collections from some of my favorite Scandi designers, getting introduced to new Scandi brands. Some of the venues were also really sick, like really well produced shows with thoughtfully designed collections, and I've just had the best time. I am exhausted. I've been running around like crazy, literally like eating all my meals out of a 7-Eleven. But today I don't have anything on. Fashion Week activities ended last night, and so I have today and tomorrow to actually explore Copenhagen. I was gonna go to Sweden actually. I was gonna take a day trip. My Instagram DMs talked me out of it and said you should just stay in Copenhagen. Now I have like a couple of goals for my time in Copenhagen. Now my main goal for my time here, my free time here, is to shop. Copenhagen is known for its crazy good homeware shopping, vintage shopping. I have a list on my phone of vintage stores arranged according to how far they are away from this flat, and I have like a whole itinerary I'm gonna follow. I do have a pop-up tomorrow I'm gonna go to, but that fits in with the shopping really well. I have some regrets about only having 2 days here to explore because there is so much I want to do. There's like really cool museums, so many restaurants, things that would be a day trip out of the city, and so I feel like I just don't have anywhere near enough time to do all the things I want to do, but that's okay because I'm just gonna come back. Copenhagen is like an 1.5-hour flight from Edinburgh, so it will be easy for me to come back, but I can already tell that I'm gonna leave just wanting like so much more out of my time here, but that's good. It's good to leave wanting more. So far I've loved Copenhagen. I think it's been so safe. I felt very secure. And yeah, I've just had the best time. But I thought I would pick the vlog up today because, like I said, there wasn't really anything to show you this past week except for me like running across the city to various events, which I don't think would be that interesting to watch in a vlog. And I thought I'd pick the vlog up today and take you with me through a day and a half exploring Copenhagen. By exploring, I mean shopping. It is 2 p.m. I had a really nice morning. I slept in. I caught up on some sleep. I caught up on some work. I also just had some chill time. I caught up on like all the Substack articles I've been meaning to read. I FaceTimed with Matt, and you know, I just took the morning to like decompress. I cleaned this flat. Like it was so messy. So I cleaned the flat and I just kind of reset from all the Fashion Week craziness. And now it is time to get out there and get going. I have known that I was gonna shop a lot from the second I decided I was going to Fashion Week. I brought an empty suitcase. I packed all of my stuff in like a medium-sized suitcase, and then I put that medium-sized suitcase inside a larger suitcase, and I checked that bag. So now I have a large and a medium suitcase and a carry-on just ready for it. And the reason why I wanted to bring an entire suitcase was I was thinking, what if I fall in love with like a homeware piece or something that's bulky and I can't live without it. I don't know. This is gonna be a Copenhagen shopping vlog, vintage shopping vlog, Scandi brands, all the things. I crossed one off the list already because I did go to the GANNI Postmodern outlet a few days ago because I was in the neighborhood after an event. But other than that, that's like the only thing I've done. So let's just do this. I'm wearing a normal outfit, which also is fun because I've loved my Fashion Week outfits, but there's just something about like wearing jeans and flip-flops that feels really good. My feet are so torn up and blistered, and like I've got a cut on my leg from a pair of shoes. Like my body's broken. My body is broken, but my spirit is not. So this is the gorgeous flat I'm staying in. This living room is upstairs. It's like a loft situation, and the bedroom is down those stairs. But I've been loving like getting to sit at these desks and do my makeup and work on my journaling and my writing. Very lovely. Okay, I just filmed a little get ready with me to go out shopping. So I guess that's enough killing time and I should just get out there. Matcha first, definitely. And then let's just see where the day takes us, yeah? So this is a 4th floor flat. Narrow, winding staircases, no AC, of course. You should have seen me huffing and puffing and struggling trying to get my suitcases up these steps. It was actually like horrifically embarrassing. I have not been brave enough to try biking because the bicyclists here are just so good at doing it, and like I'm just way too afraid that I'll do something wrong. But this is the street I'm staying on. It's actually kind of warm today. It's been pretty cold and rainy since I've come, which is funny because could have stayed in Edinburgh for that. It actually is fairly warm today. I looked up some matcha recommendations on TikTok. There's one that's 4 minutes away. It's called Emery's. The girl on TikTok said it was the most accessible matcha in Copenhagen, which I think means it's probably like a big chain, but that's fine. I just need one. I wish I was confident enough to bike, but the biking culture here is really serious, and I just think I couldn't compare, couldn't compete. It's not great, I'm not gonna lie. Pretty bad. That's what I get for going to a big chain. I think I need like 3 times the amount of matcha in order to actually enjoy it. About a third as strong as I would like it to be. So we'll probably end up getting another one. I'm going to the shop that's the most out of the way first. It's called Decades Vintage. I'm really excited. All the other places I have written down are pretty close to one another and very central. So I'm gonna do this one first. Beautiful day. Shopping gives me such a rush. I walked past this park, so I've come and I've sat down. Gonna drink my drink. Look how beautiful this is. I'm gonna sit and take a moment and just enjoy the fact that I'm here and I get to do things like this. Okay, I just left Decades Vintage and I was gonna walk back to the flat and leave the things I bought already so I'm not carrying them around all day. And I walked past this market. So I'm not on a time crunch, so I figured I might as well walk in. That's the market. Okay, hi, how are we? I've come back to the house to charge my phone really quick, change into a skirt because my jeans are getting super hot, and also go to the bathroom. And I figured while I'm here and waiting for my phone to charge up, I'll just give you a haul of what I've gotten so far. Now, like I said, I did come prepared to shop and to spend money while I was here. I have already purchased more things than I thought I would at this stage in the shopping vlog. So that's fantastic, but I'll just give you a little haul. So I set out to go to Decades, and I did get 2 pieces from Decades, which is like a vintage thrift store. And this is my favorite part about wandering a city with no like set agenda. You just inevitably end up passing by things that look interesting and you want to go inside. And that's where the other 2 purchases come in. So I walked past this shop on the way to Decades called Oui Oui. And I was drawn in by this really beautiful knit vest in the window. I feel like Scandi fashion, but like particularly Danish fashion, involves a lot of colorful knits. And I saw this piece and I looked up the brand. It's hand knit, it's a Copenhagen brand. It's called Dawn X Dare, and this is it. And I just love these colors so much. The baby blue, the pink, it's so soft. I watch videos of pieces like this being knit on their Instagram, and I'm just obsessed with it. So that's the brand. I got it from a boutique called Oui Oui. I think this is so beautiful. I think it's like not only such a fun, cute piece, but also will serve as a great like Copenhagen souvenir because this is so Scandi. And then I did actually make my way to Decades, and I got 2 things from here. This is a thrift store. The first piece I got was this sheer animal print shirt. The brand is Clips, made in Italy. I don't know, it's thrifted. It's just this sheer animal print shirt, and it has like tiger stripes, leopard print. And I just am imagining this like over a black bra with like black knee boots. Animal print, especially for fall, like never goes anywhere, it's always in, and I just think this is super cute. And then this is such a sick piece. It's a suede jacket. I love the collar detail. The actual color of the suede is really beautiful. It doesn't zip up all the way because it's too tight over my chest. Doesn't zip all the way, but when I tried it on, I just loved it so much, even unzipped, that I couldn't leave it there. It has this really pretty copper satin lining, And yeah, I'm just really, really in love with this. Really great condition, feels amazing. And then I decided to come back to the flat. I'm like, oh, so hot. Sorry, I'm sweating. I decided to come back to the flat to charge my phone and to drop off these purchases so I didn't have to carry them around all day. And I passed by a maker's market. And so I was like, okay, well, perfect. Might as well go in. And then I got a couple things from there. I went to this one stand. I went around the entire market. I looked at every single stand. This particular stand is Anne Floor. That's the name of the artist. She's a glass blower. That's her name right there. And I got a few different things. I got one thing for myself. It's this beautiful yellow vase. I like the size of it. I feel like all my vases are really big, and this would be so cute to just have like a couple stems in, and I just think the color is so beautiful, so like sunshiny and pretty. So this is for me. But then I actually saw two things that I thought Clara would really like, and so these are actually for Clara. So if you're watching this, no you aren't. But as soon as I like saw these two things, I thought of her, so I got her little souvenirs. I got 4 of these little oyster shell dishes, and I'm gonna try to show you. So I don't know how well this is really coming across on camera, but it's an oyster shell dish, and then the artist had them like full of salt. You could put soy sauce in them, that kind of thing. I got 4 of these. Obviously these are handmade, hand blown glass, and I just thought these were so cute. And Clara hosts all the time. She loves throwing dinner parties, she loves making dinner, she loves cooking, she loves having people over. And so I thought, like, if there's anyone, and also her aesthetic involves a lot of fish. She lives in Charleston. And I just thought, I don't know, they just reminded me of her. I thought that she could use them either to like put little knickknacks in, because she loves a knickknack and a tchotchke, but she also loves hosting, so you could like put pinches of salt in them. I don't know. I just thought of her when I saw them. So I got her 4 of those. And then she also, like I said, loves hosting and always has flowers like everywhere in her house. And her house has a lot of this color in it, this like sort of pinky corally color. And again, this is just like a hand blown little vase. And I have stayed in Clara's guest room a couple of times, and there's always like a little vase with a few stems in it. And I just thought this was cute and reminded me of her. So I need to figure out how to carefully wrap these and post them over to the States. I mean, that is a problem for another day. Oh, I'm so hot. I changed into this skirt, which I did a very poor job of showing you earlier, just because I need to be a little bit more like breezy. I have this skirt in white, actually. It's from Another Story. It has pockets. It has knee slits and then like another little, oh wait, does this not have the lining? Oh, that doesn't have the other bit of lining. So this is technically a different skirt than my white one, but it's the same basic thing. It's just breezy. I'm like boiling. It's like 3:30 at the moment, so I'm gonna let my phone charge up and then I'll go out for a few more hours, hit a few more shops before calling it quits for the night. I have some work I have to do, but that's a problem for another time. Good morning. It's the next day, my last day in Copenhagen, and I am up, headed out to go shopping again. I've got so many stores I want to hit today, and this is my last opportunity because I don't know when I'll be back. I know I will be back, but I don't know when. So the last place I went yesterday was Cage Collectors, or Collector's Cage, the designer bag store. After that, I literally just went home, I got fast food, and I sat on the couch. I watched the final episode of The Summer I Turned Pretty that's out at the moment, and I worked for like the rest of the entire evening, so I didn't vlog anything because there was nothing to show you. It was just like me eating a hamburger on my couch and then tapping furiously on my computer. But it is Saturday, I just checked into my flight. I'm so sad. I'm really excited to go home and see Matt and Fergus, especially because Matt has to be in the States next weekend, so I'm really excited to have some time with them before he goes. But I am really gonna miss this place, so I have to make the most of it today. I have like once again prepared my little walking itinerary. Luckily there's 3 places I want to hit on the same street, or there's 2 stores I want to hit and then a matcha place that I want to hit that's all on the same street, so I'm gonna head over there first. I had 3 matchas yesterday, all bad, all really bad, so I'm not happy about that. Also, I have not had a bun the entire time I've been here, like the bun with the butter and cheese, that's like a big Danish thing. I haven't had a single one. Ask me how the gluten and dairy journey is going. Clearly not well, considering I'm gonna get one of those today. I'm gonna do a better job vlogging and like actually talking you through what I'm doing today, because I realized I didn't do that yesterday. So I'll just go ahead and tell you like what I'm looking for. So I think I am gonna go back to the designer bag place. I posted a photo of this orange Prada bag, like this orange brown Prada bag on my story on Instagram yesterday, and I said I didn't get this, and I'm thinking like I didn't get this, but it's kind of haunting me, like tell me I don't need it. And I had like over 80 messages telling me to go back and get it, and my best friend from back home texted me and said you should have gotten that bag. I was like, well, I'll go back and I'll look at it again. It's vintage Prada, it's so beautiful, great color. The leather feels so nice. I don't know, I'm just gonna go look at it. I literally thought you guys would tell me not to get it. I thought you guys were gonna tell me like, that's ridiculous, you don't need another bag, like you have bags. The fact that I had over 80 messages saying, go get that bag, like I can't tell you don't need it, you need it. You guys, I'm just gonna go look at it, I'm gonna go look at it. And then I found this perfumery here. It has like local perfumes, niche perfumes, and I just love fragrance. You guys know I collect fragrance. I've been collecting fragrance for years. It's like one of my special interests. And so I don't have like any plans to buy anything, but I would just love to go and see like what the local fragrance situation is. I've got some more home stores like Tekla. They're really famous for their bathrobes, so I'd love to go look at those. Hay House, Magnolia's is another vintage store. I don't want to say this incorrectly, but Baum and Pferdgarten, I'm so sorry. I went to their show during Fashion Week and I was in love with so many of their pieces, so I wanted to go have a look around, and they're on the same street as Tekla and the Roe Bar. And also there's a Free People on that street, so I thought I would go there. Yeah, I just have a good little thing. So this is, I'll show you my itinerary. The top section is what I did yesterday. The Tekla that's on the top is not the Tekla that I'm going to today. Like the Tekla on the top section is separate. Yesterday I also did a lot of things that weren't on this list, as you know, like the Maker's Market, Time's Up Vintage, because I kept walking by places that looked really cool and interesting, and I just dropped in. That means that this bottom section here are all the places that I still want to go. I will find a way to like write all my recommendations down in a much more like seamless way. I don't even know why I'm showing you my outfit. It's really, really nothing special. These are the same jeans I wore yesterday. I'm wearing sneakers today because I'm gonna put some serious steps in, and I love my Havaianas, but I need like boots on the ground today. And then just, yeah, a t-shirt, something like I'm not trying anymore. I am gonna take the same hat in case I need it, in the same tote bag and everything. I'm bringing a little fan in case I get hot. I always take a napkin with me, phone. It's really helpful to have a tote bag when you're out shopping because, well, one, you just don't want to carry a bunch of bags, but two, you don't want to pay for a bunch of bags either, and you do have to pay for bags in Europe. So a tote bag is nice for like your little smaller purchases. And there's my headphones. I was looking for these. Okay, first order of business is matcha, maybe a breakfast bun, and water. I'm so severely dehydrated. So dehydrated. Today's gonna be a big day, but you know, clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose, or whatever. I also have to get Joe and the Juice one more time. It reminded me because I'm walking past one right now. I love Joe and the Juice. I love the spicy tuna, like tunicado thing, which is crazy because I don't love a lot of seafood, but I make exceptions for like a very small number of items, and that's one of them. I didn't realize that was a Danish company. I've got no idea why, but this entire time I thought it was a London-based company, and I would get it every time I was in London, and of course you get it when I'm in New York. I like their iced vanilla matcha. It's really sweet, but like it's good, and I love their like the banana bread. I love their carrot cake. I love the tunicado. I love their juice. Like it's good. I had no idea it was a Danish brand, so I get here the first day I'm walking like my first event, and I'm meeting up with my manager, and she's like, where are you? And I'm like, oh, I just walked past the Joe and the Juice. And she's like, well, which one? They're literally everywhere. And I was like, wait a second, they are everywhere. Why are there so many Joe and the Juices here? Turns out it's a Danish brand. I didn't know. I've been in heaven this week. Like I told you guys before, Joe and the Juice and 7-Eleven are where 90% of my meals have come from. However, I did walk past this place yesterday. This restaurant looks like a little wine and small plates bar. It says it's on the Michelin guide for 2025. And I wanted to go there for dinner tonight, like do a little solo date, although we'll see how much I shop today. If I end up going back and getting that Prada bag, maybe I'm not taking myself on a solo date today. But yeah, I'll need one more tunicado. Okay, first up, I'm going to the Roe Bar for matcha. I've heard that this is a good place, and I was burned by bad matcha 3 times yesterday, so a lot is riding on this for me. Okay, this is at least the color that matcha should be. Dark green, vibrant. This is promising. Finally. Okay, and then there's Tekla right here. So this worked out completely perfectly. Okay, that was extremely successful. I got a robe for me and a robe for Matt, which I'll show you later. I wasn't planning on getting one for Matt, and then I saw how long they were, and Matt can never, ever, ever find a robe that fits. So as soon as I saw how like big and just long and perfectly sized they were, I knew I had to get him one. He's gonna be so excited. It's like a running thing that Matt can never find a bathrobe that fits, and every time we travel or we go to a hotel, there are just never bathrobes big enough, and especially not long enough, and so I think he's gonna be so excited. But I'm just gonna head across the street and go to Baum, and then I was actually in there for a lot longer than I thought I would be, and I also sat outside the store for like 20 minutes texting a friend, so I'm running a little bit behind this. That's okay, because I'm having such a nice time. I need to find somewhere to toss this. This was really good, and I'm worried that I won't find another good matcha while I'm running around because I just don't know where to go, and so I'm wondering if I should get a second one. That's kind of crazy though. I can already feel like my heart rate being way too fast from this caffeine. Okay, I just checked out at Baum. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I have already bought a few more things than I was planning on. I think I need to reel it back in, but then part of me is like, you don't need to reel it back in. You've been planning for this. Like you came here knowing you were gonna do this. I'm gonna head back to my flat, drop the bags off because they're very heavy, and then get back out there. I'm so tempted by these. They fit, they're in good condition. I really like them, but I think they're just a little bit more than what I want to spend, but I'm gonna think about these long after I go home. Walking away from those Miu Miu New Balance sneakers and that chocolate brown suede Chanel single flap was really difficult. They were both just too expensive to, you know, buy, not on an impulse, but you know what I mean? Like it was too much, but did you see that bag? Did you see the color of the suede on that bag? Insane. I love that store. Well, now I know that when I come back to Copenhagen, that store is there. Just be aware of it. But again, I am still thinking about that like orangey brown Prada bag at that other vintage designer store. So 3 stores left, and they are all less than 300 yards away. This is a home design store. It's also like 3 o'clock and I haven't had anything to eat today, and I've had caffeine and alcohol because they gave me champagne at the Baum store. So that's probably why I feel so antsy. Wow, what a beautiful day. 2 more stores to go. I'm going to the perfume store. I don't want to butcher this pronunciation, but I believe it's called Passionnel, maybe? I am starting to get really, really hungry, so I would love to sit down and eat. And I recognize where I am right now. I'm close to that other like vintage bag store where I saw the Prada. Ooh. I got it. There is like lightning running through my blood right now. I'm so excited. I feel like I'm gonna faint. The final kicker, despite the fact that I had friends text me about it and all of you in my Instagram DM said to get it, was I did a reverse Google image search when I was in there to see, you know, if it was maybe selling for cheaper somewhere else. And it was actually absolutely not selling for cheaper. I found the same bag on Vestiaire and this like other designer reseller site for much more than I just paid for it, and that was the final kicker. Because at first I was like, well, maybe, I don't know, like we're in the middle of Copenhagen, maybe there's a markup, maybe it's not actually a good deal. And then I did that and I saw the price and I was like, I'm so excited. And then that's all the stores I have written down. I might keep wandering, or I don't know. I do have a lot of work I need to do back at the flat, so we'll see what happens the rest of my day. Listen, I brought an empty suitcase to Copenhagen. I knew I was gonna shop, but even I didn't expect it to be this good. I'll start with the smaller things. I stocked up on these Muji pens. I got 4 of them because there isn't a Muji near me. And then I have a patch jacket. It's a denim jacket that I have filled with patches from places that I've gone to. I've got a few. I got the Danish flag, this Copenhagen patch, and I got this one. I haven't been to all these countries yet, but I'm manifesting. Also got an I love Copenhagen pin because I wanted something with a bike on it. Okay, now let's get into it. Fair warning, this is a big haul. Went to the GANNI Postmodern, which is like their outlet store. Sick deals. I went in looking for the Barbara Gotti collab. And what do you know? It was the first thing I saw when I walked in. Felt like a sign. I love the pointy corduroy lapel. This is a good omen for the rest of the trip. So from the GANNI outlet, these incredible leather shoes. These are such good quality. This insane, super high-waisted skirt. I wore this to a fashion show. Sits really high up so that this triangular stomach panel covers your whole midsection. Really good length as well. This dress. I don't know where I'm gonna wear this dress to, but I could not leave the store without it. It has these tie straps. It also has pockets. I wandered into this boutique called Oui Oui because I saw this in the window. Danish brand called Dawn Exter. These are hand knit. It's like very Scandi girl style. Went to a thrift store called Decades Vintage. I got this sheer animal print shirt. The brand is Clips. It says made in Italy. Imagine this with a black bra, black mini skirt, and black knee-high boots. Also found this suede jacket from the brand Outer Edge. It was a really good thrift store. I walked past a maker's market, so I just decided to go in. Got this glass vase from a local artist. Got some presents for people there, but they will watch this video, so I can't show you. Today I went to Tekla because I wanted to get a bathrobe. That was on my shopping list. This one is for me. I was torn between their different colorways, but I eventually decided on this really beautiful cream and brown stripe. I was trying on bathrobes for myself. This is the medium. I put it on and I was like, oh my gosh, this is really long. I already knew I was getting one for myself, but I was like, oh, amazing. I wonder if there would be one that was big enough for Matt. My husband is about 6'5". He's 250 pounds. Never find a bathrobe long enough or big enough. He always gets so sad when we go to hotels and hotel provided bathrobe like doesn't even close all the way. So I put this on. Look at this bathrobe. I can't wait to give it to him. He's gonna be so excited. Then I went to Baum. I went to the Baum show earlier in the week and I fell in love with a bunch of things. Got 2 items. One of them is also a present. I know some of you are not gonna like this. I love it. It's this t-shirt dress. I got it really oversized. I'm gonna wear it over jeans or even with like bike shorts underneath to make it more of a dress. You will see the vision, some of you will not, and that's okay. And then this is the last purchase and this has a bit of a story. So I went into this vintage designer shop yesterday and I saw this bag that I really liked, but I left it behind and I put a picture on my story and I was like, guys, I didn't get this bag, but I'm really thinking about it. Like, tell me I don't need it. And then my DMs immediately exploded with people telling me you have to get it. Like, actually you do need it. I can't tell you you don't need it because you do need it. And then my friends started texting me. I had multiple friends text me and be like, you should have gotten that bag. So I went back today to look at it. And while I was there, I decided to look online and see if I could find it for cheaper online. I did find this bag on other resale sites for a lot more than they were selling it for in store. And so I decided to do it. This is a stunning rusty orange brown leather vintage Prada bowling bag. Would you say this is? Every online listing I found described it as something different. I'm gonna call it a bowling bag. I was talked into this one, but I don't regret it. Now that I have it, I'm really glad that I got it because I know that if I left without getting it, I would think about it forever. I'm so happy with it. I'm gonna be wearing this all fall and for the rest of my life. I might just wear it around for the rest of the night.